Hi guys, so today I'm going to be showing you what's on my iPhone, like an updated one, because I did one about 8-9 months ago, but I actually was requested or suggested by someone in the comments to do this, so I thought I would anyway, because, you know, I love doing videos that you guys would like me to do. Anyway, let's get into the video. I've got an iPhone 6, it's 16GB. I actually finished my phone contract in June. So I've only got this phone for a few months now. I actually cannot believe how long I've had it, like it's gone so quick. My phone background is a picture of me and Zoe, which I feel like I've kept since the last time I did a What's on My iPhone video. It's not actually her, it's from Madden Two Swords, but I love it a lot and I just cannot change it. I just like it too much. My phone background here is, I think it's still the same again, it's just like some Polaroid pictures of me, Cedar and Katie when we went to Brighton for my birthday last year. Okay, so I've just turned down the brightness of my camera so you can kind of see the icons better. So on my phone, on page 1, the layout is basically the same as when you first get the iPhone. So I've just got messages, calendar, photos, camera, weather, clock, maps, videos, notes, reminders, calculator, wallet, iBooks, iTunes Store, App Store, news, home, health, settings, and then phone, mail, Safari, music. So that is literally the same as what it's normally like when you buy an iPhone, unless they've changed the design, but I literally haven't touched this at all. Also on this page, it's kind of like your notifications, I guess. I just have like sub count, which is like an automatic subscriber kind of thing, so I can keep up to date with my subscriber count. Any reminders or like news stories, weather, kind of just like things like that. Nothing too exciting. And then on the second page where it gets more interesting, I really like using folders. However, I've got 2 apps here. I haven't put them into folders because I find they're kind of a bit random and I don't really want to put them in folders because I kind of use them quite a lot. But we'll start off with social. So this is just filled with my social media. So I've got my Snapchat. I don't really want to share it with you guys. I just want to keep that kind of like my Snapchat, like my personal Snapchat. My Twitter. I use Twitter quite a bit actually. I love going on like the search bar and seeing what's trending and stuff like that. I think it's a really good way to see what's going on in the world. That's my Twitter at Kyanna_Cleve if you want to check it out. But yeah, I really like using Twitter a lot. I then also have the YouTube app, which of course I do. I tend to watch more YouTube on my laptop. You can never like not have YouTube on your phone, to be honest. And then I have Instagram, which I love. Oh my goodness, Instagram is probably like, I'd say it's probably my favourite social media. I just think it's so nice how you can just see people's day in photos instead of words. And then my profile is again Kyanna_Cleve if you want to check me out. I love having a good Instagram feed. This is it at the moment. I always love going on the explore page. Could never get bored of it. Then I have Pinterest, which I use quite a bit actually. I kind of go like on and off it. You know, my Pinterest is filled with like loads of room inspirations, I like to call it. It's like bedroom designs, a lot of like decor stuff. I've even got like typography, scrapbook ideas, DIYs. Like I like to keep it quite cute and stuff. So if you want to follow me, I'm pretty sure I'm Kiki Cleve on that. But yeah, I love Pinterest so much. Like, oh, look how beautiful that bedroom is. See, I'd put that into room inspirations. That is beautiful. I then have Messenger just because it's easier for me to reply to people on Facebook, and obviously I have Facebook there as well and stuff like that. And then I use Studio, which is like the YouTube app, and it just kind of helps me keep up to date with any like comments or stuff like that that goes on my channel, keep up to date with the videos, make sure things go up on time. So that app is really useful. Then I have photography. So on here I just have like lots of my editing apps and stuff. I have ViscoCam, which is my favourite photo app I have. I love it so much. It's where I edit all my photos on. I really like using the, let's go on this photo. I really like using that one, HB2. I use that for my Instagram photos. But yeah, you can just get tons of wicked filters on here. And I also like it how it's designed like 1 2 3 1 2 3 because it's like Instagram, so it's kind of like the same format. Then I have Lala Lab, which is where I used to print off my Polaroids. I have a Polaroid camera, but this is like for photos that I've taken on my phone and stuff, but you can do like photo books, print. I've used boxes before and it's adorable because you can get like 30, 40 Polaroids in a box, and the box design is like so cute. You can do calendars, magnets, posters. Like, I recommend this app so much. I've used it so many times, so I know that they're like a trustful brand, but yeah, it's amazing. Layout, which I use for like collages and stuff like that. So you see, just basically different ways to collage your photos. Then I use Over, which I like to use for like typography, or if I'm designing something. Let me just do an example. So like this one, I've got like a picture of a pancake that I made, which was amazing. It was kind of like crepe, and I did it with like melted chocolate and banana, so I can just do text. I could write like pancake day and then just like place that like up here or something, and then you can scroll across and you have like tons of different fonts. You can like download different ones as well. So if I just did that one, I put it down here, then you can like change like the colour of it. You can give it a shadow. It's like amazing. I recommend it so much. I then have Airbrush, which I don't always use, but I find it really good if I want to, you know, just enhance my photos, if you get me. So I've just got this picture of me and my sister. I'm really sorry, Maddie, if you hate it, but yeah, you can like smooth the skin, you know. I'm just gonna draw with my face. You can do blemishes, you can like whiten your teeth, you can, I use the eye brightener quite a lot. So like you can do before and after. I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can kind of see like the difference. It kind of just makes your eyes look a bit more awake. You can do concealer, and yeah, this is like a really cool app. I really like using this though, where you can like blur the background and stuff, so it kind of looks like you've taken it on like a really cool camera. And then have Boomerang, which I'm sure you probably know. It's just where you can take a little video and make it into like a little boomerang thing. I don't know, you most likely already know what it is, but I can just go like that and then it will just play it. So that's what that app does. I don't use it all the time, but like it's good. If you have something in the moment for it, then why not use it? Bitmoji, oh, I love this app so much. I use it all the time on Snapchat. But you just design a person and then you've got like tons of different, I don't know how to explain. Basically your little character acting out loads of different sayings and stuff like that, and it's wicked. I actually think that my character kind of looks like me, don't you think? I think I designed it well. Then I've got One SE, which is 1 second every day. I started off so well with this app and then I just haven't done anything since. But I think it's hard when you haven't got like anything on in that day, like because obviously I'm a student, so I'm literally just living the student life loads, and well, student life as in like just sat in my bedroom on my laptop, like nothing's exciting happening, so I don't bother filming me just like sat on my laptop. That app's really good anyway, and I think for future use I think it'd be really cool to look back on things I've done. I then got Whiteogram, which I just downloaded just so I could put a white border on one photo, but yeah, you literally, okay, the app just crashed on me. So yeah, anyway, it just adds a white border to photos that aren't square and it just makes them square. In music, I've got PlayTube, which I used to like stream music off, but now I have Apple Music, so I have no use for it anymore, but you never know when you might need it. Voice memos, just where I literally record voice notes. I used to do it a lot in music if I was like writing songs or stuff like that, but now I don't really use it so much. And then the Sonos, because at home we have like a Sonos speaker and stuff, so it just means that I can play my music through the house or through the speakers. In the games, I used to play games so much, now I hardly ever play them. Arrow is literally one of my favourite games ever. It's a game that I will most likely never delete, I think, out of all the games, because it's not like a level one, it's just like a little, oops, I died already. It's just like a little, gonna try and just beat your high score basically, so it's not gonna get like boring, I find. That's a really good game. And then you have Pop the Lock, which I haven't deleted purely because of how high I've got. I'm on 62, I don't even know how I got that high. I just don't even know how this game is possible anymore because I'm rubbish at it now, like I literally never play it. Wow, look at me go actually. Okay, yeah, I don't know how I got up to level 62, but that's the reason why I haven't deleted it. Either 3, it's that Would You Rather game that I Play, but that's a really good app. I've had that for ages. DTM is Down the Mountain, which is a really good game as well. I hardly ever play this anymore, but it's a classic game, and whenever I show it to like friends or family, they really like it. But you just basically tap on either side of your screen and have to get as fast down the mountain as possible. And I've got a chest. I've got a new character. Life is great. But yeah, and there's different obstacles on the way that makes you die somehow. Pokemon Go, you know what that is. I'm not going to open it up because it would take ages to load. I used to play it all the time and I loved it when it first came out, but now I don't as much. I think it got quite like repetitive and boring. I was always finding like the same ones. And then obviously second gen have just come out, which I don't know any of them, but I'm sure I'll get back into it one day. And then I have Heads Up, which I got when I went back home for Christmas. I like gave in and decided to buy it, and I love it so much. Like while I was playing it with all my family, it's like the best game ever. I totally recommend that, but you probably already know what that is anyway. Okay, so now we're on to utilities. This is basically just kind of like random but useful apps. I've got my Vodafone where I can keep up to date with like basically my contract and stuff like that, making sure I don't run over my 3G and 4G and stuff. Then I have BT Wi-Fi, which allows me to like connect to like BT Wi-Fi's like if they're in like cafes and stuff like that, so that's really useful. Then I have Find My iPhone, which is literally the best app ever, and I can always like rely on it and stuff like that. Like once before, like when my sister like hid my phone, I went onto my laptop and made my phone ring an alarm, so I found it. That is how useful it is. Then I have Remote Pro, which I used to use all the time. Like if I used to watch films on my laptop and my laptop was far away, like say at the end of my bed, I could use my phone as a remote control to turn up the volume and stuff like that. So that's a really good app. I just haven't used it in a while. FaceTime is obvious, you know, FaceTime is kind of like Skype but for Apple. And then I have uni days because I'm a student and I love them student discounts. Then I've got the HSBC app because that is my bank. It just allows me to check like my balance and stuff without having to go to like a cash point or stuff like that. Then I have Canon Print because at home we have a Canon printer, so I can just print straight from my phone, which is so useful. And then I have the Costa app, of course, because I am a loyal Costa customer and I always like to get my points. Then I have Subcount, which just keeps me up to date with my live count. Thank you guys for subscribing. Love you lots. Then I've got iScanner. It basically allows you to scan something and turn it into like a PDF. So if I just get like this, let's see if this will work. And I take a picture of it, and then you can move to where you want the part to scan. So I can click that. Look how clever that is. It's literally transformed it. So you can do it in colour, black and white, or you can do it like that. Like if I did it like that, that would be great because then I could like colour it in and stuff like that. So that's what that app does. It's like amazing. And then last I have the Boots app, which I recently got, which is the same as the Costa app, just basically keeps up to date with all my points and everything like that. Now I'm on to health. I've got the Sleep Cycle app, which I hardly ever use anymore because I normally use the sleeping thing that the clock has with Apple. I used to use this to help me go to sleep and basically calculate how well I used to go to sleep and stuff like that. It's a really good app though, that's why I've kept it. Then I have Sleep Talk, which I've had this app for so long and I used to use it all the time, but now I just don't really use it as much. You just use it to record your sleep and see if you're speaking to sleep, so it's quite a clever app. Then I have Extras, which is literally the apps that I don't want to delete, because obviously now Apple, you can like delete those apps. Yeah, the ones I don't want to delete but aren't really that much use to me. Compass, I don't really use that. Tips, I find it interesting, but yeah, I don't really use it. Contacts, I literally never use that because I always use phone. For my friends, I use that quite a bit actually because I have like a couple of my siblings on there, so it's really cool to see where they are. And then Giphy, you never know when you need a good old GIF, so have that. Then I have Circuit, which is basically my laundry app for like my hauls and stuff, so I can just put money on there and stuff to pay for my laundry. And then the last app I have is Countdown, which I like to use to put in all my calendar events of like when things are happening. Yes, I've already got Christmas on there, but yes, I've got Going Home, which is in 21 days, my birthday in 47 days, Christmas is 289 days, and I've been at uni for 173 days. But yeah, anyway, that's everything on my phone. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sure I'll be doing one in the future for when I get my even newer phone. But yeah, I'm not sure how much changed from the last video. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then please give it a good old thumbs up, and I will see you next week for another video. Bye!